You ain't never seen an indie Oscar flick like this. You're watching Beyond the Trailers review of Cloud Atlas.
Yesterday, my life was headed in one direction. Today, it is headed in another. You ever think the universe was against you? Fear, belief, love. Phenomena that determine the course of our lives. These forces begin long before we are born and continue after we perish.
When Run Lola Run director Tom Tykwer and the Wachowskis began shopping around their script for an over $100 million film based on a novel widely believed to be unfilmable, every studio said no. No to the Wachowskis? Well, considering the duo's lack of box office success outside of their career-defining Matrix trilogy, no isn't really that surprising an answer. As for Tykwer, while he might have captured the public eye with Run Lola Run, his first big shot at working in Hollywood, The International, was largely ignored. But despite taking a bath on Speed Racer, Warner Brothers ultimately decided they wanted to stay in the Wachowski business. After all, the studio has released all of their films since The Matrix. And perhaps more than any other studio, Warner Brothers has been working hard to keep a number of name directors in-house, such as Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder, and Ben Affleck. Plus, hey, trusting Nolan with Inception worked out for them in spades. However, Nolan made Warner Brothers $1 billion with just one movie, while it took the Wachowskis 3. So Warner Brothers did agree to distribute Cloud Atlas and contribute $20 million, but the Wachowskis and Tykwer had to find the rest of the money on their own. That makes Cloud Atlas one of the most expensive independent films of all time, and a surprisingly glitzy Oscar contender. It got a 10-minute standing ovation when it premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival. And Cloud Atlas, clocking in almost 3 hours, is truly an impressive feat of filmmaking, with actors playing several different roles across time, while the directors divided up the decades. Tykwer directs the 30s, the 70s, and present-day segments, while the Wachowskis direct the 19th century segment, as well as, understandably, the two set in the future. But while Warner Brothers has put their faith in the Wachowskis, will audiences? Even with a 6-minute trailer, it's still hard to tell what the film is about, and 3 hours is a huge commitment for an adaptation of a book that doesn't already have a huge fan base. Yet audiences have been trusting Tom Hanks for decades, and Halle Berry, despite some missteps, is also generally well liked. So will Warner Brothers' gamble on Cloud Atlas pay off like their one on Inception? The industry doesn't think so, with the film predicted to pull in less than $40 million total. Let's go find out what audiences think. Cloud Atlas is 3 hours, but you didn't make it. You left early. What's going on?
It was an hour and a half too long. It was too disjointed. It was a train wreck. It was horrible.
What do you say to someone about to walk into Cloud Atlas?
I guess first thing you should know, it is a long film.
Drink a Red Bull.
I would say keep an open mind, but if you're not a fan of something like The Fountain or The Tree of Life with multiple storylines or something like that, then you probably won't enjoy this.
If someone's a fan of the Wachowskis, love The Matrix,
Oh yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Are they going to like this?
If you loved The Matrix 1, you probably will. The other Matrix,
Who likes those?
yeah, exactly. But
It's not that bad, is it?
No.
Oh, good. So, did you have a good time seeing the movie? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it intellectually. It's not a movie for everybody.
Okay.
But yes, I enjoyed it. It was like food to my soul.
All the acting was very good. Everybody had all their character work done great, and the makeup is beyond belief incredible. Like, if this doesn't take like an award, all the awards for makeup, I don't know who's going to beat them, because that was incredible. It was flawless.
At the end, they do kind of reveal who each person was in the credits. They kind of nod to it. And there were, truthfully, all of us were. There was almost every time one person I was like, I didn't know that one.
Anything good? Anything good about the movie?
The costuming, the makeup. When you have to reach that far instead of a disjointed plot, it's bad.
Wow.
The message, that really beautiful message, I think could have been heightened. And not being a director, I can't tell you how, but I think it had a really great message, and I just wish some of the emotional content of that message was shown through a bit more.
Even the book was tough.
Okay.
It was work, and the movie was work.
Very ambitious of a movie, and I haven't read the book, but I imagine if this is anywhere close to it, it'd be very difficult to do, but I think they succeeded.
Is it worth seeing in theaters, or do you think people could wait? What do you think?
You know, I remember thinking as I was watching it, I was going to recommend to friends that I really liked the movie, but I actually would have preferred to watch this one at home on the couch on a rainy day than
Oh,
coming out
yeah.
to theater.
You know, I think this is actually one of those book club quote type movies where you maybe rent it on a DVD and invite some friends over, watch it, and then you critique it like you would a book review.
And Dick, what do
Visually
you think?
very, very stunning. So it's
Oh, really?
excellent to see. Like if I might see it again, and I might see it in IMAX for the second time.
Wait for cable and dodge it when it comes to cable. Save your-
Really?
save your money.
Don't see it ever. Okay. All right. I gotta ask. 1 to 10.
0.
I would say this is a solid 8, 8.5.
About a 7.5, 8.
Probably 8.5.
On a 1 to 10 and 8.
9.5.
I give it 9, 10.
I mean, yeah, two different things. You know how
No,
they
give
did
me
on
your
the
overall
film.
score. Give me your score.
6. I was
6.
bored.
Okay,
Yeah, 6.
Sounds like Cloud Atlas isn't for everyone, and you might want to lower your expectations before going to see it, as audiences overall give the film a 7. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from AMC Empire 25, and I hope we'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.